Hello all, I am Dr. Ashish. Welcome to my channel Live Biochemistry. In this video, we will discuss about the chemistry of lipids. In this lecture, we will discuss about the definition of the lipids, functions of the lipids, and then classification of fatty acids. You can visit my website www.livebiochemistry.com where you will find the study material including PPT, question paper, case discussion, MCQ, etc.
So what is the definition of lipid? So they are the organic substance which are relatively insoluble in water but soluble in organic solvents like chloroform, ether, benzene or alcohol. Right. So by definition they are the organic substance which are insoluble in water. But they are soluble in chloroform, benzene, ether and alcohol. Okay. Now what are the different functions of the lipids? So as we know, lipids are our cell membrane is made up of phospholipid bilayer, right? The lipids are stored in the adipose tissue in the form of triglyceride, and whenever we need the energy, we get the energy by breaking down the triglyceride to glycerol and fatty acid. Okay, they act as a thermal insulator. They act as a electrical insulator. Okay, they will be acting as a detergent. They act as a surfactant, lung surfactant like lecithin and sphingomyelin. They prevent the collapse of the lung. Okay, and fat soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K. Right, from compound like cholesterol, we get the bile salts, which is very important for the emulsification process. Then steroid hormones are synthesized, vitamin D is synthesized. Okay, there are some disease related to the lipids like obesity, atherosclerosis, okay, hyperlipoproteinemia. They will also provide a shape and contour to the body. Okay, then other metabolic regulator like prostaglandins, okay, steroids, they are synthesized from the lipids. So this is all the overview of the functions of the lipids. Now we will see one by one. Lipids are stored as a source of energy. As you can see in the adipose tissue, they will be stored as a triglyceride. Okay, they are the structural component of our cell membrane. Okay, you can see this is our cell membrane, which is made up of phospholipid bilayer. Right, this is the phospholipid bilayer. So our cell membrane is made up of lipids. Okay, they act as a thermal insulator, provide insulation against the changes in the external environment. They act as a electrical insulator. As you can see, the myelin sheath, the predominant lipids is sphingomyelin. Okay, they will act as an electrical insulator in the neurons. They act as a metabolic regulator like steroids and hormone. They will act as a surfactant and prevent the collapse of the lung. Lipids, they act as a detergent. Okay, they will be helpful in the emulsification like bile salts. Okay, the disease related to the lipids are atherosclerosis, diabetes mellitus, obesity, hyperlipoproteinemia, lipid storage disease. Okay, and they will provide shape and contour to the body. So these are all the functions of the lipids. Now, what is the definition of fatty acid? So as we know, fatty acid, the broad structure is RCOOH. So that means there is a carboxylic end and this R group. This R group is nothing but it is a hydrocarbon chain. So hydro and carbon. Okay. So this is the formula of the fatty acid, which has a carboxylic end with the hydrocarbon side chains. Okay. Now these fatty acids are mostly in the either esterified form or free form. This esterified form example is triglyceride, where glycerol fatty acids are esterified to form the triglyceride. Okay, and in the free form, as a very small amount is in the free form, most of the fatty acids they will be bind with the albumin. Okay. Now, how is the numbering of these carbon atoms in the fatty acid? So suppose this is a 16 carbon fatty acid, that is a palmitic acid. Here to the one side there is a carboxylic and there is a one, okay, another side there is a methyl group. So this side there is a methyl group, this side there is a carboxylic group. Now the numbering is start from here, okay, right to left. This is the carbon number 1, this is the carbon number 2, this is the carbon number 3. While the carbon which is lying near to the carboxyl group, this group, it is called as the alpha carbon, then there is a beta carbon, so on. The last carbon, that is called as a omega carbon. Okay. Now the nomenclature of the fatty acid. For the unsaturated fatty acid, the representation of the double bond, as we know, unsaturated fatty acid has a double bond, while the saturated fatty acid has no double bond, okay. So for the double bond, the representation is in the two way, one is C and another is omega system, okay. So what is that, we will see. So in one carbon system, here as we know, the carbon numbering start from this side 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, okay, while this is a omega, right? So in this case, this is a structure of, as we know, there is only one double bond, okay. So it is called as a mono, one double means mono, and as there is a double bond, it is called as a unsaturated. So it is a mono unsaturated fatty acid. It has a 18 carbon, so it is a oleic acid, okay, it is a oleic acid. So you can see the double bond is starting from here at the after the 9 carbon there is a double bond, so it is called as a delta 9, okay. While in the omega system number, here this is carbon is called omega 1, this is a omega 2, then omega 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So double bond from omega side, it is started from the omega 9, that's why it is called as a omega 9. Suppose this is a structure of linoleic acid where there is a double bond at here and here also, okay. In that case, this is, suppose this is a structure of linoleic acid where there is a two double bond, one is delta 9 and another is delta 12, okay. While the omega carbon here, this is omega 1, omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, omega 5, omega 6. So after the omega 6 carbon there is a double bond in case of linoleic acid. So linoleic acid is called as the omega 6 fatty acid, while it has a double bond at 9 and 12. Now what is the classification of fatty acid? So based on the total number of carbon atoms, it can be classified into the even chain and odd chain fatty acid. Example of even chain fatty acid like 16 carbon, 18 carbon, which are very important in our body fat. That is a 16 carbon is palmitic acid, and 18 carbon is stearic acid, Example of odd chain fatty acid, very important, is propionyl coenzyme A, that is a 3 carbon. So any fatty acid starting from, if it has a 3 carbon, 5 carbon, 7 carbon, they are called as the odd chain fatty acid, and palmitic acid, stearic acid, they are called as the even chain fatty acids. Based on the length of the hydrocarbon chain, they will be classified into the short chain fatty acid, which has a 2 to 6 carbon, okay, which is made up of 2 to 6 carbon. Medium chain fatty acid, they are made up of 8 to 14 carbon. Long chain fatty acid, they are from 16 to 22, and more than 22, they are called as a very long chain fatty acids. Okay, based on the nature of the hydrocarbon chain, they may be classified into the saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acid, or branch chain fatty acid, or hydroxy fatty acid. Okay, so as we have already discussed, palmitic acid is the 16 carbon, stearic acid is the 18 carbon. Okay, while propionic acid, they are 3 carbon, valeric acid is a 5 carbon, that is odd chain fatty acid, which is found in the milk and microbial cell wall. Saturated fatty acid have a no double bond. Most common example is palmitic acid 16 carbon, stearic acid, that is 18 carbon. While this unsaturated fatty acid, they are classified into the, if there is a single bond, it is called the mono unsaturated fatty acid. If more than 2 bond, it is called the polyunsaturated fatty acid. Example of MUFA or mono unsaturated fatty acid is oleic acid. While example of polyunsaturated fatty acid are linoleic, linolenic, okay, and arachidonic acid. Okay, linoleic acid has a 2 double bond, linolenic has a 3 double bond, while arachidonic acid has a 4 double bond. Okay, so suppose the polyunsaturated fatty acid, the important example is linoleic acid, okay, which has a double bond, as we have already discussed, at 9 and 12 position, and it is also called as the omega 6. Okay, this linoleic is 18 carbon fatty acid, and then 2 double bond at 9 and 12 position. Second important is linolenic acid, which has a double bond at 9, 12, and 15. Okay, it is also a 18 carbon, and it is a omega 3 fatty acid. Okay, these two, they are called as a essential fatty acid also. Essential fatty acid, as they are not synthesized in our body, and it has to be, they are very essential for the growth, so it has to provide by the diet. Okay, while this arachidonic acid is called as a semi-essential. It is called as a semi-essential fatty acid because it can be synthesized from the linoleic and linolenic acid. But in absence of this arachidonic acid becomes essential. It has a 4 double bond. One is at a 5 position, 8 position, 11 position, and 14. It is a 20 carbon. And it is a omega 6 fatty acids. Now, the most of the unsaturated fatty acid naturally occurring they are cis in configuration. What do you mean by cis and trans? Here the hydrogen atoms, they are on the same side, while in trans fatty acid hydrogens, they are at the opposite side. Okay, so as we can see here, the saturated fatty acid, okay, they are linear like this, while because of the double bond, this unsaturated fatty acids, they are cis in nature, it will provide the bend. Okay, you can see. So here polar head, okay, and because of the band formation, okay, they will allow the lateral movement and they will maintain the fluidity of the cell membrane. That's why these unsaturated fatty acids, they are good. Okay, polyunsaturated fatty acid, while they are good as compared to the saturated fatty acid, because you can see here the saturated fatty acids, they are tightly packed. Okay, so it may affect the fluidity. We will see what are the essential fatty acids. So they are not synthesized in the body, so they must be obtained from the diet, right? This is a very important shortcut, right? So they are also called as the polyunsaturated fatty acid. Example are linoleic acid, linolenic acid, and arachidonic acid. The functions of essential fatty acids, they will help in the synthesis of eicosanoids, mainly the arachidonic acid. Okay. So from the membrane bound phospholipid like lecithin, it is broken down and the arachidonic is synthesized. Arachidonic acid is synthesized with the help of phospholipase A2. Okay, and this arachidonic acid with the help of cyclic oxygenase, they will produce the prostaglandins, leukotrienes, okay, which are also called as the eicosanoids. Okay, leukotrienes are synthesized by the lipoxygenase pathway. These essential fatty acids, they are also an important part of our maintaining the integrity of our cell membrane. Right? They will be very important for the retina and brain development. They have an anti-atherogenic effect as well. They have a lipotropic effect. So they will prevent the fatty liver. So these are the functions of essential fatty acids. So in exam, you have to write the names of the essential fatty acids that are polyunsaturated fatty acid like linoleic, linolenic, and arachidonic acid. Their structure, how many double bond, then their function, and last you have to see about the deficiency. Now, what are the essential fatty acid deficiency? So there will be horny eruption. Okay, there will be toad or frog like skin, that is called as a phrenoderma. Okay, and it will lead to dermatitis and there will be poor wound healing. That is the deficiency manifestation of essential fatty acid. Okay, so this is all about the today's lecture. So we have seen about the today definition of the lipids, then functions of the lipids. Okay, and lastly we have seen about the classification of fatty acid and about the essential fatty acid. This essential fatty acid is the most important in your theory exam, while the definitions, functions, they are asked in the Viva. I hope you find this video helpful. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share this video to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. That will motivate me to make more videos. Thank you for watching. In the next video, we will discuss about the properties of the fatty acid. Thank you. Bye.